Hey guys, I'm back. I am a servant. I cried every night for 3 months in my pillow. Why? Because I joined the United States Marine Corps. Yes, I did. I said yes to the military. Around the time that I became a widow, a couple years later, I thought about how am I going to get out of this one? This is not what I had planned, but it was something that I had to deal with. I was around 25 years old, and what made me think that I need to be joining the military when there was young people like 18, 19, 20 years old, and here I am, a mother with 3 children, and I want to join the Marine Corps. What was I thinking? But I did it anyway. Yes, that was a great sacrifice and an experience that no one can take from me. The Marine Corps taught me to be resilient in everything that I do, to bring my A game, to come with excellence, not perfection, but excellence. Don't quit and keep moving and be a team player. And our motto is always faithful. That's simplify. Oorah. That's that's part of my DNA today. I had it in me before I joined, but when I got in there, it burst and took me to another level of who I was. So I want to tell you a story about why I cried in my pillow in the rack. Every night when the lights went out, it was time to get in our bunks. I began my weeping silently in the pillow. You know why? I'll tell you why. Because nobody knew that I had 3 children that I left back home when I was in boot camp, running like somebody was chasing me, and they were behind me, yelling in my ear, making me do push ups and all other sorts of things. If the group didn't do what they should have been doing, I was the one that got in trouble. So I became very, very, very responsible as a result of that, being accountable for other people, making sure everybody's taken care of, and showing up in my own life and for other people. That's the story of my life. And the reason why I joined the military, because that was my only way out that I saw at the time, becoming a widow. It just shook me up. So I knew my children deserved the best life that I could provide for them. But I didn't have a lot of options. So I joined the military because I didn't want to sit on the sidelines hoping somebody picked me and my 3 children. So I had to do something. I had to be proactive in my life. And I still had some oomph. Yep. So I did. I joined. I was in boot camp for 3 months. And boy, did they challenge me. It was an experience, one that I'll never forget, but it was part of who I was anyway. I only stayed in for 5 years and it sent us to California. That was a good thing. But afterwards, I realized that showing up with your A game is very important. Being a man and woman of excellence, it shows that you have the power to do better than what you did before. When things happen that you're not expecting, that umph that's in you, it starts up here. That thing can take you to the next level if you get determined to win. Oh, by the way, I was promoted twice before I got out of boot camp. I was so excited. I'm very academic as far as not the smartest cookie in the jar, but I'm very studious. So when they give me assignments, that was right up my alley. I'm not really competitive against other people as much as I am trying to bring my best game. So I enjoyed that. It was challenging, it was sacrificial. I did it because of motherhood. I did it because I was in a new space as a widow. I did it because I was very independent and I still am. And I did it because I had to make the sacrifice for my children. Those children was my driver to keep moving forward, to go higher. I didn't always know what the outcome would be, but they deserved that. They deserved that because they didn't ask to be here. I chose to have them. And so I looked at it like that was my sole responsibility, and I was accountable for their welfare. And I didn't spoil them. They didn't have one of everything, but I did do my very best. And it paid off. After the children went to high school, they went to college, and basically they didn't come back. I was like, hey, what about me? But that's what happens when you're independent and you raise your children that way. It doesn't mean that you're loved less or they love you less. It just means that we just focus on what's next. So that was pretty much my story about joining the Marine Corps, not wanting to be on the sidelines for somebody to pick me, and being proactive in my life. And what I did was make an opportunity available for myself. So, what opportunities have you made available for yourself when you were in a tough spot? What A game did you have to bring? What challenges did you have? What great sacrifices did you make? What was your driver in your life in a season? Are you in that season now? What's driving you? Or do you need to be motivated? Are you trying to get motivated to do something you know you need to do and you just can't find the driver, that focus, that thing that makes you get up when you don't want to? What is that thing? If you don't have one, you have to create one, because whatever it is that you may need to keep going, you have to get that thing in your heart, get it in your mind, speak it out of your mouth. Make sure those things are connected, where you have the power, endurance, and the determination to get the job done. And once you get done with that thing, you go to the next level, and you're not the same person you were going in. I promise you, I know what I'm talking about. When you keep going, even when you think you don't have any more strength, when you think you don't have any more energy, you just don't have it in you. Keep going anyway. Just take one step at a time. Just keep believing that you can, and you will. So I'm here to remind you that you got more in you than you think. I did it anyway, and so can you. All righty, guys. Have a good day.